And what happens upon freeing these people that you have consistently demonized, dehumanized, victimized, and oppressed? How do you coexist? And some, like Thomas Jefferson, didn't believe it was possible to coexist. Suggests that they should be moved way beyond, back to Africa, away from the memory, the 10,000 recollections, to quote him, of what has been done to them. That he believed would end up causing the extermination of one or the other race, white or black. He didn't believe they could coexist because we'd remember what was done to us. So what do? You erase the memory.
Thank you for tapping in. It's Brian HRap B. Williams for another episode of A Few Minutes with HRap. Thank you. Hit that like, hit that share, tell a friend, and tap in. And as usual, if you're not watching this live, go to www.theenderthebench.com and watch this in its entirety. And you also, right next to that video will be today's video, today's date, and you'll see a History of No Chaser video. We're going to highlight Gloria Richardson. That's who she is. That's Gloria Richardson. I need you to look into her. I'm gonna play a little bit of the video in a second. But before I do that, I want to get these tapped in. Hit like, hit share, tell a friend to tap in. It is important. Now, today, revisit history. Revisit history is the title of this one. Because first, I want to thank my parents, Dolores and John. Without Dolores and John, there would be no me. Without me, you'd be doing something else with your valuable time. And I really thank and appreciate you. And if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that share, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. It is greatly appreciated. But back to what I was saying. We need to revisit history at all times. History is one of the most important things in your life. There's no such thing as the future because it hasn't happened. The past is something we cannot change. We can only learn from it. And we are living in the current times, which is the present. The present. Everything that is happening right now is happening right now. The future is something that you imagine. And I want you to understand that you cannot move forward into a solid, positive, and progressive future if you don't know your past. If the past isn't important to you, you will suffer the consequences of not knowing that. We have people on a regular basis today in 2025 demeaning, denigrating, and disrespecting our past, comparing the pain. They want to get into some type of trauma Olympics. You have had enough time. And you know what? They might be right. We have had enough time to concern everyone. I am a firm believer in humanity. And as I say every day on this show, we are the tide, the rising tide that lifts all boats. But we must be concerned with this tide. We cannot be concerned with any other tides that are in any situation in the world. We have a bunch of people who, the Jews, and I heard a little Asian woman on TikTok yesterday comparing our trauma to abortion. The Atlantic slave trade isn't as bad as abortion. Look. No matter what your faith is, no matter what your mindset is, no matter how you live your life, I'm not here to say my pain is worse than yours. Hey, my broken leg is worse than your broken elbow. My back pain is worse than your migraine headache. That's not what I'm here for. What I am here for is this. We are no longer going to allow people to disrespect our history. We're no longer going to allow people to disrespect our grandparents, our parents. That's why I use Gloria right here. Her name is Gloria Richardson. I'm going to show you some of her history. I'm going to show you a little bit of her story. You can go to my website, www.theenderthebench.com, as I stated before, and check out it in its entirety. Or you can go History of No Chaser, and you'll get a lot more history than you'll get on here today. And unlike most days, I have a poll. I'm running a poll, and I want you guys to participate in that poll because it is important that we understand what we're going through, how we're dealing with life, and what's going on in life. And I want to thank each and every one of you for tapping in. It's important. The reason I don't yell out names is because I have a mission, and I don't want to get sidetracked on my mission. Now, what I want you to understand is this, the history portion of this. We need to know our history. So when people present things like abortion and compare it to us, or try to get into the trauma Olympics, comparing it to the people in Germany and World War II and other places in the world that have suffered what we've suffered, I'm here to tell you, I'm not going, oh man, the next time somebody, blah, blah, blah. No threats will be issued. There will be no danger. But what we need to understand is this. We have people who are identified as indigenous people here. At one point, we were calling them Indians. And the people who were here first, they were almost annihilated. Some tribes have been totally annihilated, and that's a horrible situation. The people in Warsaw, Germany, and other places in the world who suffered the ills of slavery, that's horrible. Anytime you are at the boot of another human being, you are suffering the tyranny of their smallness, because that's what it is. Their hate, their smallness, their inability to identify themselves as human being and equally respect and identify you. That's a horrible situation. I'm not here to compare that, but what I am here to let you know is this: my history, my people's history. And guess what? My people's history has been broken up into pieces and scattered all over the world. You have the people who enslaved my people attempted to reduce us to cattle. So when you compare my people's struggle to any other struggle, you are insulting my grandparents, my great-grandparents. You are insulting everybody in my lineage going back to the creator of the world, God. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Do not disrespect my community ever again. See, this is what is called black fatigue. When I'm sick of hearing black people complain about this. Well, tell you what, if we didn't start complaining, a lot of women wouldn't have the right to vote. People wouldn't have the Civil Rights Act of 1965. You wouldn't be able to live in certain neighborhoods. Women wouldn't have the rights to do a lot of things that they do. Men wouldn't have the right to do a lot of things they do. And people wouldn't have a lot of rights to do the things that they do. But you sit up and you complain about my people complaining. At what point in the history of the world, when you talk about slavery, did people get reduced to animals or less than animals? 3/5 of a human being, it is on paper that these people attempted to reduce my lineage to 3/4 of a human being. That is pro-magnet man. We are Homo sapiens. We are the only people that walk this earth that don't have anything but humanity inside of us. And you try to reduce that. We were brought over here and we were stripped of our languages. We were stripped of our gods. We were stripped of our diet. And you wonder why we suffer from diabetes. You suffer from high blood pressure. You suffer from depression. You suffer from other things that destroy our body, because we are dealing with people who had no respect for us. We couldn't speak our language. We couldn't pray to our God. We couldn't eat our food. We couldn't even connect and marry the women that we love and we invested in, because you found that to be a threat. So when people try to compare it, oh, well, in the Bible, there were slaves. You know what? The Jews left Egypt and they went to a land that God set out for them according to scripture. But they still had their diet. They still had their language. They still knew everything that was before them. And they were attempted to do that with us. Every accomplishment in this country. I've even had former coworkers come to me and say, hey, yo, Brian, why do y'all always say the first? Or why do y'all always identify that? You know what? That's a two-part answer. The what answer I gave him is because people that look like you tried to take it away from them. They try to take any and everything away from us. So we have to identify this is where it starts. And the other answer is this. The other answer is this, because you people who attempted to destroy us are afraid of us. So in order to remind the people that are behind us our greatness and make sure our children know our greatness, we must landmark things. See, I'm tired. I have black fatigue. Do you know how damn insulting that is? Do you understand how insulting somebody to come out of their damn face and say black fatigue? I am tired of black people being proud of themselves. I am tired of black people not wanting to be kicked. I am tired of black people not wanting to be disrespected. I am tired of black people not wanting to be killed by officers of the law. I'm tired of black people being to complaining about the government putting cocaine, heroin, marijuana, barbiturates, illicit music, and all kinds of debauchery in front of them. I am tired of black people being sick of the media drawing them in a horrible sight, framing them in a horrible picture and them complaining. I am tired of black people getting upset that people around the world assume because the government and they've brainwashed others into fighting us are complaining. Listen to that. Nobody's tired of women's suffrage. No one's tired of Latino suffrage. No one's tired of any other suffrage but us. You got fatigue. But you know what? If you look at our glorious history, you'll understand why we fatigue. If you look at just the most popular ones, Lake Lanier in Georgia, Wilmington, North Carolina, when white nationalists literally said, if y'all keep trying to come up and uprise and continue to have the pride that you have from wherever, we don't even know where you got it from, we will choke the river with your body. And you got fatigue from that. Or how about we just move on down the road to Little Haiti or Liberty City in Florida, where you ran a 95 South through it and destroyed that community, destroyed the financial base. Or then we can go over to Africantown, Alabama, where people on a Catilda, a ship that was outlawed, enslaved brothers and sisters, our ancestors, put on that slave ship, and then brought to a town that we converted and named it Africantown, kept our heritage, kept our spirit, kept everything about it, and then y'all put a nuclear plant next to it and tries to destroy it. Or Cancer Alley in Louisiana, or the town right north of Dallas and right south of Forney in Dallas, Texas. That's a lake now, and I can go on and on and on. Oh, but we're lazy. If you don't get all the way the hell out of my face with that BS. But see, we allow it because why are we trying to explain to somebody why we are not what they said we are? You have to be outside of your MF and mind to stand around and attempt to explain to someone why you are a human being. You have to have lost your God-given sense. I'm not going to explain to you why I'm a human. I'm not going to explain to you why my grandmother, and this ain't folklore, this ain't something I read, my grandmother's mother, my father's grandmother, was a sharecropper and survived off of 17 cents per year profit. 0.17. Maddie Mae Liggins, my great grandmother. So don't you tell me how you tired of my history. Tell you what, get the hell out of our way. Stop trying to destroy us, and we will stop talking about it. I'm sick of it. See, you people want to have your cake and eat it too. You want to benefit off my struggle. You want to be my friend. You want to live off my rhythm, but you don't want to hear my blues. So no, I'm not going to stop talking about it. But you know what? I'm going to stop talking about it. I wish I would stand in front of a group of people and let them think that I understand. I don't understand a darn thing, man. I'm not here for that because the disrespect needs to stop. The disrespect needs to stop. Do you see this sister right here? She's 99 years old as of the 12th of this month. Her name is Gloria Richardson. Do you see what is being done to her? A rifle with a bayonet to her throat in public by an official of the United States federal government. That dude is a military dude, and that dude has such little respect for that black woman, it is insane. And she's living the day, and she can tell the story, and she ain't bitter, she ain't angry, she ain't ready to kill nobody. Do you understand? You ever heard the term a barrel of laughs? You know where that term comes from? Because my people, while y'all tired of us talking about our pain, my damn people used to have to laugh in a damn barrel, man. But you tired of my people. You couldn't look into a white man's face. You had to avert your eyes. You couldn't look a man in the face. You walking down the street with your wife and your Sunday's best, and it's a good day. It started raining. Y'all have to get off the curb and walk in the unpaved street and put your feet in the mud. And you know what's tripping me out about this? A lot of my friends, I watched a little bit of your show. No, you didn't. Stop lying to me. Because if you did, you go into action. That was too heavy. But let me get on here and talk about debauchery, foolishness. Let me start talking about Puff. I get all my friends get to calling me. See, we are disrespecting us. You do what you want to do with your time. And guess what? I don't even want you to come if you don't love being who you are. If you don't know how to make the best of your situation, I don't even want you to come. Because you know what? While they kicking you in your behind, when it finally kicks you in the behind, don't be like, yo, HRap, what you think? I think you stupid. Because if it took you to get kicked in your behind before you wake up and realize the ass kicking machine was rolling towards you, when you saw that person jump, and you ain't thinking, and the people were getting closer to you and you ain't changed, then it is what it is. Like I set that poll up today. The poll literally says, is America worse since Homeboy is the president for Black America? Is it? Now, you could think it's worse or better, and I would appreciate if you took a vote. But I don't understand how it was only up for a few minutes, and I saw some people that said it wasn't 100%. And I'm checking it right now. It is at 62%. It's at 62%. 12% of the people said it's the same. 12% of people said no, and other people said it's the same. I don't understand how you can think that. Because you know what? You're not, again, it goes to the disrespect of our elders and an inability to look at our history. You're going to disrespect our elders by not talking to them, not having them sharing their experiences, not making them comfortable enough to share their experience. Do you know Mother Fletcher? Mother Fletcher is one of the survivors from the Tulsa, Oklahoma riot, attack on Black America. Y'all call it Black Wall Street. Attempting to destroy a group of people who were doing their own thing. And one of the reasons was I walked past some Black people's house and they had a piano and I couldn't afford one. See, wicked and ugly will tell the truth. But back to Mother Fletcher. Do you know she sleeps like this? That lady is 110 years old and she sleeps sitting up because she ready, because she don't know what's going to happen next. We need to have some people standing outside Mother Fletcher's crib. Only person that should disturb Mother Fletcher is the Lord saying, come on home. But we don't even know this about this lady. This lady is going around. She used to be afraid to tell her grandson about what's going on. Reggie Brooks, a friend of the show, former running back at the University of Notre Dame, former running back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, former running back for the Washington football team. And he said he's from Tulsa, didn't learn about the riot, or didn't learn about the attack until he got to Notre Dame University. So he lived in a town, went to school, and didn't know his actual history until he got to a university. That's a PWI, mind you. Predominantly white institution, for those who don't know what PWI is. But look at the disrespect. You have a president sitting in the Oval Office who hired someone to run the Department of Education that thought AI was A1, who doesn't even have a degree in education, never taught a class in her life. But that's who's running. You got a game show host, a Fox show host running the military. And you don't believe that it's worse. Your aunts, your uncles, your cousins that are elders, your grandparents, if you're blessed to have them, your parents, if you're blessed to have them, will have a reduction in Medicare and Medicaid. And we're not even taking the necessary steps to fight against that. It is a government of the people, by the people, for the people. Therefore, if you raise enough Cain, they'll be forced to change it. But we sit back and go, well, they made it this way, so we just have to sit in and accept it. No, this is why I consistently tell folks, I need you to download the 5 Calls app so you can call in and complain. If, look, 70 million people, that's everybody. 70 million people chose him as the president. But if 170 million of the 300 million of us, 300 million plus of us call and say, no, you can't do that, things have to change. But we don't understand that. Now, ask somebody about how many times Puffy then had, how many bottles of baby oil they found at Puffy House, how many sexual toys they found at Puffy House. Folks know that. How many girlfriends our late great brother Malcolm Jamal had. We know that. We know everything about Bill Cosby. We know everything about Robert Kelly. We know everything about O.J. Simpson. But we know nothing about the United States federal government and the disrespect, disregard, and utter destruction they will towards our people. And I'm angry, and I'm radical, and I'm tripping, and I'm missing. See, you one of the militant brothers, HRap. Hell, man. That's what it is, dog. Because as I say, my mantra on this show is to make my great-grandchildren's great-grandchildren have a better life than I had. This is what we're on our way back to. Black women, no disrespect, but y'all always saying we don't protect y'all. Hey, you ain't never had no bayonet to your neck. Telling y'all, man, keep playing, man. These folks are not playing with you, man. I'm going to show you, I want to introduce you to our great sister, our elder, glorious Gloria Richardson. I need you guys to pay attention to this sister. She is great. She's a wonderful woman, and we need to celebrate her because the disrespect needs to stop today. This is our great ancestor, glorious Gloria Richardson. Pay attention. I'm only going to play a small portion of this because I need you to go to www. Where do I need y'all to go? I need you to go to www.theendofthebench.com and watch this video in its entirety. But what I really need you to do is stop playing, man. These people are out to get us. The boogeyman is real. I'll be back shortly.
Let's knock the legs off. Excuse me.
Gloria Richardson, also known as Glorious Gloria. Gloria was born May 6, 1922 in Baltimore, Maryland. Gloria's grandfather was the first black city councilman in Cambridge, Maryland. He served from 1912 to 1946. Gloria always spoke out on the injustices and racial discrimination. Gloria graduated from Howard University in 1942. The Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, which they called SNCC, the SNCC, began its focus on segregated movie theaters, bowling alleys, and restaurants. Although Gloria was part of the SNCC, she did not agree with the nonviolent rules. Gloria was never the turn of the cheek type. In 1962, she joined the CNAC, the Cambridge Nonviolent Action Committee.
Now, as you see, the dude who I use his name, the dude who my coach, rest in peace, Jimmy Fields, he heard me speaking on that level. He said, "What's up, Rap Brown? It's stuff." That's why my name is HRap. Now you see why my name, that's, if you ever wonder, why you call yourself HRap? You just saw why I call myself HRap. Because a dude who is incarcerated on trumped up charges right now in the state of Georgia in the federal penitentiary for killing a police officer, and he didn't. And a dude in the state of Nevada stood up in court and said he did it, that he's never had justice. Because we are playing in our rectums. And y'all know what the rectum is. I'm not going to use no profanity. I'm cutting it out of my vernacular. I'm cutting profanity and that N-word out my vernacular. Our responsibility. What is our responsibility? If you know anybody who has children younger than yours, nieces, nephews, cousins, friends, girlfriends, significant others, whatever, they got children, it's your responsibility to get up off your ASS and do what you have to do, man. Start tapping in here. Start voting on polls like I have. And then, oh, man, you just want to make it so you could come up. No, I'm not. Because, you know, the sad part, brothers and sisters, ladies, gentlemen, haters, and better friends, 56% of the people said yes. 17%, 11% of people said no, and 38% of the people said it's the same. And if you believe the world is the same, you are sadly mistaken. It's your responsibility to understand that Medicaid and Medicare has been reduced. The national deficit, which I don't even know what the hell that means, because I don't owe nobody a dime, but it means that they're placing money in places that they don't need to go. They're investing more in warlike items. They're investing less in education. If you reduce academics and reduce education and reduce vocation, you put people in what is called a caste system. You're locked in. You're going to die. You're going to be born poor, and there's a 99% chance you're going to die at the bottom of the barrel. Now, it was difficult to begin with in America having this damn melanin, and now they just made it 10 times worse. Why is it that we're comfortable? It's our responsibility to stop denigrating each other on these damn apps, on these social media apps. I don't care. It ain't your responsibility to tell the world if HRap was messing with a 17-year-old girl. No, it's not. It's not your job. You know what your job is? At that moment, when you feel, I mean, that pro-black dude who was on the YouTube talking that black stuff, he a clown. You know what your job is? To talk to the young people in your community and uplift them and say, hey, anytime somebody step to you, you come to get me or you come to get him. That's your responsibility. I would say he guilty. Why you care? Why you care? Why you know how many, again, why you know the details of Puff Daddy, you don't know the details of your community? Why don't you know every child in your community? Why don't you do something at your church, at your synagogue, at your mosque, at your community center, at a block club meeting, at a cookout, and talk to people about uplifting people? Why don't you find more than a chicken shack, a liquor store that's owned by black people, or a t-shirt maker? I mean, they get the coolest no, hey, you know what, black folks, I'm gonna need us to start opening some beauty supply house because we over-indexed in that. I want to start buying, get some type of connection with that weave and stuff like that, or them eyelashes and stuff like that. How about this? Stop being ashamed to only shop with your people. That's your damn responsibility. Stop being, oh man, I see black people, they be acting funny. Shut your entire behind up, man. It's your responsibility to find quality black people and then get on social media and say, yo, HRap got a good show. Big Mo got a good show. Jungle Brother got a good show. Knox got a good show. That's your responsibility to spread the goodness because we got enough bad. You got the government against you. You got the government against you. And you still want to, yeah, that's right. That's right. No, it ain't right. It ain't your job to highlight anything that we do wrong because they doing that. It's your job. It's damn near 60, if not more than 60 million people that look like you and I in this country. It's 60 million of us. Watch this. Look at the math. Watch this math. 40 million of us. Let's just lie and say it's 40 million like the census say. It's 40 million black people. 1/2 of 1% of 40 million is 1.2 million. 1/2 of 1% of that, if they bought your damn t-shirt, if they bought your damn eyelashes, if they tapped in, that's 400,000 people. No. Yeah, that's 400,000 people. And then if you break it down one more time, it's 28,000 people. If those 28,000 people paid $30 for one of our shirts, that one person to buy shirts and one person to make this and coffee mugs and underwear and socks or whatever you made, that's $980,000 a month. Do you understand if I had 1.2 million, 1/2 of 1% of the people to tap in to this, and that's only 40 million. If 1.2 million people tapped in every time I fired up, do you understand what you can do? You can come on and say, hey, man, I got a show too. HRap, come pub me, man. And then you come on to be a guest like my man Michael Ski Horton, Hoop Till It Hurts. He doing big things here in Chicago and nationwide. Do you understand? If 1.2 million people tapped in and then only 35 to 40,000. Let's just say 28,000. That's $960,000. $960,000 that you could make just because you supported a black business. Black business, LLC, the End of the Bench Media, the End of the Bench Entertainment. Yes, indeed. The endofthebench.com. Yes, indeed. Know that. Know this. There it is. So stop telling people that's your, oh man, that's, I mean, man, him and that harm. I literally had a dude tell me once, I said, man, we need to start shopping at black restaurants. We need to start shopping at black grocery stores. Oh man, sometimes I don't just be wanting to go to a black restaurant. I'll be wanting some good food. And then he realized who he was talking to. He said, I don't mean it like that. That's exactly how you meant it. Buffoon, coon, clown. And that's what I'm going to start doing. You coon around me, I'm calling it. And then if you beat me up, you beat me up. But there ain't been a whole lot of people beat me up. I can't think of none. I got jumped, but there ain't been no one man beat me up. So if you sucker, if you dial 1-900 sucker dude, I'm telling you, I'm calling you out. And you need to call people out too. We need to be looking for black grocery stores. We need to be looking for black farmers. We need to be looking for black relatives with farms. We need to be looking for black liquor emporiums. As a matter of fact, I found a dude yesterday. I forgot to put it in my notes. The first black distillery company. We need to be drinking Uncle Nearest. Damn Hennessy. Damn all that other stuff. We need to be drinking Uncle Nearest. Because you know what? That's why when you go to the grocery store, you see things like kosher. Because that's for our Jewish brothers and sisters. I don't know how y'all city set up, but there's it's 3 different Latino communities in Chicago: Puerto Rican, Mexican, and the Latinos. But we shame to say I'm only gonna shop with black, Jamaican, African people. Are you outside of your damn mind? 60 million, y'all. It's 60 million of us. Like my man said on the beginning of my show, we could start a whole nother industry if we just shop and bought black underwear, black coffins. Oh man, everybody always stealing our style, so why don't we steal it and use it and blow it up? Stop letting people trick us into anger. And Candace Owens said, if you repeat Candace Owens to me, I might go to jail that night. I might bust you in the mouth. For real, man. Stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe. That's our responsibility. We can no longer be victims of flashing news reports. Oh, newsflash. Enough. Newsflash. A black dude did this. Enough. It's over 1,600 mass shootings in America. Y'all think we doing that much killing? Just think about this. You say violence, Chicago, HRap, your city's tough, man. It's a lot of violence in your city. I bet y'all think black people when they say violence. I know I do. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been in on panels when it was this many people shot in Chicago. They said, we got to do better. And it was most of the shootings was outside of our community because Chicago is segregated as salt and pepper. So why would we listen to the people? Oh, look. The man is out to get me. We universally say the media is no good. The media be tripping. The media. And then what do? Quote the media when they disrespect our brothers and sisters. They're going to put 35 badass black kids on TV. And then, our kids need to stop. Our kids don't listen. Are you outside your mind? Do you know how many excellent black young people there? Okay, are you telling me your nieces, nephews, and cousins are damn fools? Oh, no, not everybody but them. Are you saying mine are? Oh, no, not yours, HRap. Are you saying Moles are? Are you saying Big Illinois are? You saying Jungle Brothers? Oh, no. So who kids are you talking about? Exactly. It ain't our children. Our children are acting, and some of our children are acting damn fools. But about 85 to 90% of them are not. See, here's the thing, folks. 10% of the population participates in illicit behavior. 10%. Now, if you show the same 10% all the time, I got a problem with you. Hey, every community on this planet, you got some people who participating in debaucherous behavior. We ain't got no patent on that. See, so if that's the case, why when y'all show Michelle Barack and what's the young girl Crockett and the others and Felicia Rashad and all them good black people, why ain't we just like them? Why we ain't like LeBron James? Why we ain't like Kobe Bryant? Why we ain't like Isaiah Thomas, Patrick Ewing? Why we ain't like them? But then they pick the biggest doofus that they can find. See, that's our problem. No, I ain't one of them dummies, man. Don't compare me to no doofus and then expect me to extrapolate that into my community. You got to be better than that, black people. It is your responsibility. You owe your grandmother. Remember that scene in New Jack City when Ice-T was telling Pookie he owed them? He owed them. You owe your great-grandparents. I ain't my ancestors. You damn right you not. Because those people was tough. Those people were informed. Those people were educated. You think tough, informed, and educated got anything to do with a book, you ain't informed or educated or tough. Because guess what? My grandfather, George Stanley Williams Sr., was burned out of his home in fucking Florida. And was on his own from age 9, created a child, met my grandmother, got run out of Alabama, and came to Chicago, Illinois, and raised my uncle Otis, my aunt Princess, my dad, my aunt Ernestine, my aunt Emma, my aunt Ruby, my aunt Lorraine, my uncle Stanley, and my aunt Hattie. Yeah, to 1989 when he transitioned. And guess what? My dad taught him how to write and read. So don't tell me about no education in the system against you. George Stanley Williams Sr. shows you it ain't nothing you can't do. I don't hear about no stress, no anxiety. It's rough. It's time to stop playing. Because if this happens, you got to be ready to do something about it. And with that being said, I see y'all soon. And hey man, tap in Saturday. Me and Mo be on tomorrow. Tap in Saturday to me and my new show, Betray. We're gonna be talking about relationship stuff. And just keep tapping in here. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm sick of sending y'all notifications. With that being said, 2 fingers. 1.
More life and more blessings. Rise up and give thanks and stop stressing. More life and more blessings. Rise up and give thanks and stop stressing. We don't take no L's, we take lessons. They can't stop our vibe, we keep them guessing.